boy, do we have a treat today. Do you know in Lightroom how you have the HSL sliders where you can change the hue of any color, and it's just like the most chef's kiss, magical, fun to use tool ever? Well, I feel like people think After Effects doesn't have one of those, but it does. It's called selective color. It's probably me and a lot of my visual effects buddies' favorite way to color correct. I've gathered a few clips that I've shot on my phone here, and we're just gonna open them up in After Effects, and I will show you selective color. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so let's remember, this is what the original clip looked like. Let's grab an adjustment layer, shall we? And in Effects and Presets, if we type in selective color, bam, we see it right there. Let's drag it onto our clip. So I'll start off strong. Let's go. You'll see in the effect controls panel that it's got a method. We'll keep it relative, never change it from relative. And then you can see here colors. So this is basically like in the slider control in Lightroom where you can just pick which color you want to slide left or right. So if I want to take the blues in this shot, watch my cool little outfit. I can basically crank cyan left and turn it purple. So now my outfit can be purple, and let's go to the greens, and if I drag magenta to the left, I can make that way more orangey and like it's dying. Same with magenta, drag that to the right. Yellow, crank that up, bam. So I've now really played around with the greens and the blues. So look, now the background is almost yellow and my suit jacket is purple. And this kind of color grading does not take away from like the quality of the video. Like this still looks great. All right, let me take selective color off. Bam, isn't that crazy? Okay, we'll move on to the next shot. Sorry, I'm creating a Marvel Cinematic Universe of my own, and I'm Star-Lord. So that's why I'm dressed up like him in a bunch of shots. So this one's fun. All right, let's go up to Effects and Presets and grab selective color. I drag it on there. The easiest one to show you, and this one's going to be the blues. If I crank the cyans down, what happened? Oh, I accidentally selected magentas. Oh, this is so cool. So if I crank the cyan to the right, you can see these blue strips here on the ground become way more vibrant and colorful. I love that. And so I think that looks really nice. Let's see what else we can do with the blues. Let's grab magenta. Ooh, so if I drag this more to the left, you can see now I've created this whole like teal vibe with my outfit, which I actually think is really cool. So this is with selective color, without it. With selective color, I mean, I think it's really powerful to be able to control just one hue. Like let's say if I want to make just the blues even darker, I did that. Bam! So maybe you want a suit to be really dark blue, or maybe you want a suit to be more like, you know, teal. Play with the yellows a bit. Yeah, we can add more blues. You see that? You're adding more blues to like the blues. And of course, we could choose to make the blues brighter. And when I make that reference to the Lightroom HSL slider, it's because you can take like cyan and make it purple, you know, and then grab magenta and make it super purple. And what's nice is it doesn't really affect my face. So in theory, if the sky wasn't blue, you could just entirely change the color of this outfit. Do you see what I'm saying? Bam, you can just make this whole shit purple. Again, we'll go to the greens. You can see there down on the left, we have this green block. And what's cool is because the ground has like this pattern, because selective color isolates all these different colors, we can really customize how we want the ground's like color scheme to look. Like I can make that green, that pastel-y look. But if I come up to cyans and I go to blue, you can see that I'm making the stripes just pop out way more. And that's way fun because then like the ground is just incredibly poppy. So this is with selective color, without it. With selective color, without it. And what's nice is you can basically scale up the saturation on specific colors. And you're not ruining my face in the background. Because usually if you want the blues to pop, you'll like scale up the vibrance, but then everything is too colorful. So this is why we like this. Let's try this shot here. Why don't we? Me being a complete douchebag at the gym. So I'll show you blacks, whites, and neutrals. So with blacks, you can basically add or take away any color to the black. Like I can scale this to the left and get lots of sexy redness in my shadows. Or scale this to the right. With whites, it's exactly as you can imagine. You're adding or taking away that specific color from the highlights. So because like the window and the lights are bright, when I scale that to the left, you can see all the blue and cyan happen up here. But that lets you be a little, that can lend you to be more creative, because then I can make like the edges golden maybe, and maybe add less blues to the shadows. It's almost like I have myself like cut out. And maybe let's go to yellows on this shot because there's lots of yellow in this shot and we can customize it with all these fine colors. All right, that's with selective color, without it. Doesn't make much of a difference, but I think this warmer hue in his pants, being able to just get that without making the whole thing extra warm is really nice. All right, last one. I'll breeze right through it. Of course, let's go to the greens. We got lots of greens. Drag cyan to the left. We'll make the ground way more like, you can see here, I can either make it super saturated green or I can kind of like kill the colors. Because this is like a war scene, I'll crank up the magentas too. Let's say, maybe crank up yellows. And let's make the green color darker. So if we get rid of selective color, you can see now I've just taken all the green colors and made them dark. Let's go to blue. Maybe I want her suit to be way more blue, okay? Maybe actually I want it to be like this teal color. Actually, ooh, when you crank up yellows with the blues, look how nice her suit looks right there. Maybe let's make it a little darker. Great, so that's with selective color, without it. With it, without it. All right, that looks great. And now let's go to the magentas so I can maybe make my costume in the red pop a little more. So if I crank cyan to the left, you know, removing the blues, you can see his costume gets just a little bit brighter. Magentas, let's see, ooh, this one affects a lot of it. If I crank it up, it becomes darker. Love that. Yellow, crank it to the right, make the reds a little more yellowy. Love that. All right, and let's make the magentas more black so it feels full. And I'll go to the reds, crank cyan to the left. You can see really in my leg right there that the red is popping. Magenta to the right, let's see. If I crank magenta to the left, it adds more orangey. All right, so this is with Lumetri color. I mean selective color, oops, without it. With it, without it. See, I think it adds such a nice touch. It looks like I've added some kind of like specialty LUT, but all I'm really doing is basically using the HSL color sliders in After Effects. I mean in Lightroom, but in After Effects. I seriously think this color scheme looks way better than this. And this isn't specifically a look that you can just get with curves or Lumetri color because none of those are like completely isolating one color. There's like an HSL color slider in Premiere or that comes with Lumetri color, but it's so fucking confusing. I love this because it has numbers and you can just slide it and look. And I think it does a really incredible job at isolating the colors that you want to correct. That's selective color, everybody. It's one of my favorite tools to color correct ever. Got the green lights on because now I gotta tell you about the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. From online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is an all-in-one platform. Let's say you're a professional photographer and you want to show your work to the world so you can get hired, make some money. Well, Squarespace's portfolios and galleries options will let you do that and look super good doing it. The templates that you can upload your photography work to on Squarespace are award-winning designer templates. So when people come to your website and look at your photography work in the portfolios and galleries sections that they've built, it's gonna look really nice. What did I just say? It's gonna look, God, I'm so thrown off now. It's gonna look really nice. Your work is gonna be displayed in a really sleek, professional way. Next, Squarespace has analytics that'll make any business person cry tears of joy. They've got graphs and charts even a dummy like me can understand. All the numbers of people coming to your website, your traffic, people buying your products, people clicking on your embedded links to go to your other social medias. There's graphs and charts for everything. So if you want to keep up to date with your business numbers, operate your business through Squarespace. And lastly, you can stay connected with all of your social medias with Squarespace and their connected services. You can basically embed any of your socials into your website, so when people come to your website, they can find you on any of your socials. So embed your Instagram into your website. People will be able to come to your website and find your fashionista Instagram. Maybe a SoundCloud rapper. Embed your SoundCloud into your website. So stay connected with Squarespace, embed all your socials, stay connected. And the best part is I got you hooked up with a discount code. So if you go to squarespace.com/WillCarmack, you'll get 10% off your first website or domain. It's pretty sick. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Will. Hope you learned something today. And where there's a will, there's a way. My name is Will and have a nice... Why did I speed through it? Where there's a will, there's a way. My name is Will and have a nice day.